good, y'all? Boom, boom, boom. We outside, and we are cooking for the culture. We having a barbecue. Right now, we at the park. We want to do a barbecue at the park. I actually never used a barbecue grill at the park, so I'm excited. Come and look at this. We got some of that chicken on the grill already. Getting it going. Making sure it's getting nice and cooked up, nice and colored. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. When you got the people pull up for the barbecue and they bring that picnic love. Come on over here. We got the Dungeon Forward. These are the people from Dungeon Forward, my people. Look at the hat. You see the Dungeon swag and all that. Braca. Come on now with the infused honey. Welcome in the club. Get down, go, everybody. All right, we about to get some music popping right now because it's up. All right, if y'all ready for these beans, the beans look like they ready.
Fucked up, I can't explain it. And it's the vibe. If you like
doing on the grill, chef?
Man, listen, we got some baked beans courtesy of the Well Worth It house. I got some seasoned corn on here too, and I'm burning up some extra charcoal because I need to use all of this grill. You feel me? Right now I just got this. I need to get it all. So I'm letting this charcoal cook down so I can put steak down, baby. Cause we already got this chicken. Y'all saw this chicken already? If not, let's look at it. Are dudes really out here in 2023 not eating chocha? Like, for real?
Is that a real question?
I mean, I hope they are.
I don't think I associate with anybody that doesn't.
Oh.
No, there are people out there that don't.
How's that work?
How does that work? Because I feel like every dude,
Is it part of
the knob to be handled.
I'm so unfamiliar with dating. Like,
Right.
I don't really know how.
That's good.
I don't know how them conversations
Because
happen.
the streets is not cute. Stay married, okay? Stay married and happy, most of all. Okay. I do feel like dudes will be on some like, I don't do that.
I feel like that damn.
And then you got the dudes that's like, I love doing that, but she gets straight out of the gym.
Is it?
Which I heard a lot.
Make my funk the P-funk. I want to get funked up.
See, that's a thing. I'm surprised.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you say you don't know?
I don't know about that.
I said, no. I like mine's like water, okay?
Okay.
Nice, so fresh and so clean.
Right, they're gonna be like Epsom.
You know what I mean? I don't need my shit flavored. And any flavor. But anyways, yeah, what you were saying though?
I don't know. You caught me off guard with that. I done lost my train of thought.
I started dating, so I got out of a relationship in November, and the first person who I ran into who started asking me about that, they put out their stipulations and they were like, yeah, I don't eat pussy. And I was like, oh.
They said that.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like the dudes be doing that. They'll tell you straight up, like, nah, bro.
Is that is not eating pussy a masculine or a feminine trait?
You might need another man in the building. Fellas, where you at?
I don't know.
I have no idea. But what I do know is that I actually could have kept this corn on for longer. It's crazy to work with a grill like this.
Oh, this corn is fire. I don't know what you're talking about.
Flavor-wise, but I feel like it could be a little hotter.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's still fire. No, I really don't feel it. It's just fire.
Yeah. So wow, and so what, you never spoke to him again? That was the last conversation?
Ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, because fuck that.
So that's not something that you compromise on, you know what I mean? Like, I thought relationships were about compromise.
Because they're not compromising on what they want, so.
Even though I will say I've heard, because you know I don't really date men. Not really, I don't date men.
Oh, it sounded like some memories was like.
Yeah, no, because I'm like, I play with them sometimes. I play with them, you know what I mean? Play around, play, you know. But I have heard though of women that don't give their man head, and like that's like, and men deal with that. But I don't know that it's equal.
I haven't heard of that either.
What?
No.
Oh, I'm
Where
definitely
these people
heard
at?
Every
Like,
friend. Okay, so no.
Christian
I
boot
take that
camps? All right.
back. No. They have in real life.
He said, where they at?
They
Christian
on
boot
J
camp?
date.
J-date.
I mean, you have to counsel your friends. So I have a friend who the first time she told me that she doesn't give head, like we were in college, the first one.
The first
And I told her, I was like, it took me by surprise because I felt like, I told her, I was like, you know how I thought head was like a PB&J sandwich. Like you can't have a PB&J without PB&J. And so I felt
what is it? The P and the B supposed to be a
Nah, it's nothing other than peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the way how head is natural to sex, right?
Okay.
So like that experience.
Okay.
So when she was telling me
full course situation.
Right. It's like you missing an ingredient on the table. Right?
Okay,
It's like having
got it.
food and no bev.
No, I see how this now is correlating with food
Right.
Yeah.
and cooking.
Right.
It makes sense.
Pretty much.
I get it.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So I literally looked at her and I was like, I don't really understand how you're gonna get through it. And for her, like it was a non-negotiable because she wanted to save that for marriage.
Okay. But you was doing other things.
Nah, she wasn't doing other things. Like she was like just bare minimum. She was putting out when she would put out, and head was not a part of it. She would receive it, but she wasn't giving it.
So she's selfish.
Basically.
Well, no.
No, she's not selfish.
I don't
She just
think
has a
she's
preference.
selfish. She
She just has a preference.
listen. She made a rule, right? She made a rule. She said, "This is what I'm not finna do."
She got boundaries.
She got boundaries.
She got boundaries.
But is it a boundary if you're expecting that of somebody, but you're not willing to reciprocate that?
I think so. I think it's a boundary.
But
Because the
what
other
she
person on the other end, if they know, they have an opportunity to say nah.
right.
They could be like, nah.
Absolutely.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
like
not dealing with
this is
that.
the equivalent of when somebody is like, "I don't want to be in a relationship, but we can have fun." It's that person's decision to be like,
Okay, bet.
I'm with
right, or like, "Nah, I'm not
I'm
trying
gonna
to
get
have
some more
that
of
kind
these
of
beans.
no more fun." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The spoon I think is over there.
Where you were like, okay, I'm gonna play on this side of the pool, but the deep end is off limits.
I feel like you're speaking metaphorically.
Clearly.
And if you could,
what's in the deep end?
Yeah.
Okay, like did you ever put any boundaries within like what you would do sexually with somebody? And then what made you do that? Like was there something that you were like, yeah, I'm not gonna give Susie head, but when Jackie pulls up, I'm gonna eat everything on the table.
First of all, Susie and Jackie could never get none of this good. Okay?
Just based on their names. Just based on their names. They don't sound
Right.
They don't sound interesting enough.
appealing enough. You know what I mean? Susie and Jackie.
Sound like it might be from the
I
60s.
almost forgot her damn name that quick.
But I'm saying, like, was there ever something that you'd be willing to do with one person that you were?
I think
not
that's an
willing to
obvious answer though.
do? Yeah, but my question is not whether or not it was. What was it about the difference? Was it a connection? Was it like where you were and what you wanted to do? Like, what was the difference?
Okay, for me personally, I've never actually moved like that per se. However, I do know that there was a point in my life where I was like absolutely not down or ready or interested in a romantic relationship. But I was down to have fun. My whole life, I have been this like hopeless romantic, right? And I was always like, oh, as soon as I like somebody, oh, I love
This
you.
is it. This is it.
This is it. Oh, yes, this is, you know, and I would do that all the time because I just was that kind of, I had that type of focus. And nobody was checking for your girl, okay? They was not about it. They was like, no, I'm good. Oh no, I just want to have fun. And then some just kept me in this situationship cycle of bullshit. And then I started talking to a friend and she was like, and that was because the irony is that I started to create that even more because I had gotten, an STD when I was in my early 20s. And so then I started feeling nervous. It was curable, fortunately, but I started to be more apprehensive about sexual experiences and making myself be more involved with a person and so I didn't be casual. That makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Right? And so this is where I would land. I would land with situationships and no ass, okay? On top of it.
Damn.
Right.
You ever seen that show, Married at First Sight?
Oh.
No?
Yeah, I have.
It's like a little secret, like, I be watching that
Can you
shit.
pass this?
I be embarrassed that I'm watching that shit, but I like watching that shit. But it was a chick on there who married this dude. She was a virgin. Buddy didn't know she was a virgin. And so they, you know, they go
Oh, because at first sight. Okay.
at first sight. So now they go through this process, they honeymooning, they all this stuff. She's super attracted to him, but she can't get past the fact that of losing her virginity. So they got married. At the end of it all, she wanted to stay with him, but he was like, nah, I'm getting divorced, right? I need somebody more experienced. So then she was married. Now she's a divorcee. Still a virgin.
She, first of all.
That's a unicorn, right? That's like a unicorn.
definitely-
That's an idiot.
It's a
That's an idiot. Because how you a virgin, clearly waiting for marriage, and then go on a show where you'll be married at first sight and then not want to pass the ass. At this point, she could have just smashed.
Her mom was telling her. She's
She
like,
could have just
"You need to
smashed.
go ahead, just do it.
Right.
Her mom telling her, just do it, girl, go, just do it. She can't get past
Because
it.
you're crazy.
Yeah,
At this
son.
point.
Bro, these
But I feel
beans,
like it's a different
stupid.
level. Yeah, they are.
So, after a while, I talked to my homegirl, right? My friend Nita. And I'm like, yo, this is where I'm at. And she was like, yo, you gotta know what it is to have a casual relationship. Because you put your eggs in this basket essentially because you're trying to avoid STDs. STDs is a part of the sexual experience.
Whoa, okay. That's
It's literally a part of sex. Like every time you have sex, you're at risk. Every single time. If you and everybody know where everybody done been there, where you slip up and you let somebody slip slide without protection on their head, and that is what could be a part of the situation.
That's true.
And so I was like, she was like, you know, that's just a part of it. She wasn't the only friend that had ever said that to me too. And both of them, by the way, were women. So anyways, she was like, you need to be able to have casual relationships so you can know if you actually even like these motherfuckers. Cause you going all in,
That's real.
Yeah.
and you don't even know if you like
don't
them. And
even
I was
know.
like, you know what, you right. And so I did 3 years of that. After I was heartbroken, I went right into it. Hit these streets. And it was glorious.
It was good. You had a time.
And I had a time.
You had a time.
And it was safe. And it was good. I was safe the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So also it was like this aspect of me.
I think people need to have that time though. I think sometimes those folks that be that uber conservative and all of this stuff is because they never had that time.
Yeah.
They never had that moment where they was discovering self through others to a degree. And then because of that, they become like stricken to this box, whatever the box may be. And that's in life in general too.
Yeah.
Not just sexual experiences. Like you need to get out of your comfort zone.
Right.
Period. To be able to like evolve.
Right. Facts. Big facts.
But you had a time though.
Yeah, I had a time. But I'm also like pretty radically honest. And I remember when me and my lady got together, any room I was in where I had graced the presence, I like let her know, like, oh yeah. It was like a nice 6 months where I was like, it was like a nice 4 to 6 months where I was like, yeah, that one. That one too. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one too.
Them two together.
But I needed that because you know what happened? I started to realize that I didn't even really like half the motherfuckers I thought I liked. Actually, not half, none of them, because ain't none of them make it, right?
Yeah.
Like, not like that.
Nah, but no, I feel you though. I understand what
I
you're
was
saying.
like, oh shit, so there is beauty in like taking your time and actually enjoying all the facets of the situation without feeling like you need to like commit straight away. Cause I was that type.
I feel like
Forever.
this is gonna be It's gonna.
Wow.
A silly.
Wow.
Planning our future.
Seriously. I'm not even a Pisces, but I did that low key. I didn't do the planning of the future, but I was like,
This is
it
it.
would get to a point where I was like thinking that I was asexual because I would like them so much and I'd be like, I just want to hold their hand. Like, nah, I was a goof, yo.
Smell you.
Yo, like, a kiss. Just one kiss. Like,
He was.
no, I was a fucking Disney character at this point. Like, so saying it back, I'm like, damn. That's why
I don't know why she said when she said kiss. I thought a seal. A kiss from a rose on the grave.
Glad
I
you know
feel
that I'm
like
with the coolest kids in town.
I feel like to
Okay.
write that song, like he had to be in your moment that you had.
Literally. And knowing that since he's a guy, it probably was like after.
Straight up.
After he done fucked
He
up,
done messed up.
now he wanna sing
He
about
trying
a
to get
kiss
it back.
from a rose.
He right at the window singing that shit. He done throw 80 pebbles.
You know what
80
I'm
pebbles to
saying?
the window and them just ain't do
You should
nothing.
have got your shit together,
Do
Seal.
nothing. That's crazy though. That's crazy.
But for real. I don't know. What made you decide? Because as a man and as a handsome man and as a black man that got a little in him, what made you get married so young? Like so young, I feel like, and I don't even know how old you are, but I know you've been. How long you been married now?
I'm 38. Oh shit! Don't do me like that.
Okay. Well,
10 plus.
okay. So like, I mean, you got married, yeah. What made you even do it? Because that's like a rare situation.
You know what's crazy? Like, so I wasn't an advocate for marriage initially. Like,
What?
So nobody in my family is like, I didn't have that like experience, like where my mother and my father were in the same household, or my grandma and my grandfather was in the same household, and or my aunt.
Oh, we got that open for you.
Was in the same. Oh, there we go. Let's do that. But I think as I got older and in this specific relationship, like I was like you, a hopeless romantic, right?
Okay.
Like,
See, that's why
I had a time though. I had a time.
You went to college.
Yeah.
So they be having times in college. That's what I heard.
I had a time. But I think what it was you love somebody enough, you see what's important to them. And like it became apparent to me that was something that was important to her, and then it became important to me.
Word.
So it wasn't
that literally how love is. If you for real love, that is what love is.
That's crazy.
That is it right there.
Because it's crazy because like post that happening, right, she would tell me stories about like moments that I did something romantic where in her mind she was like, this is the day. This is the day. This is the day. This is the day. Specifically, there was one time that we went on this like I was at the U and we went on this helicopter ride. And
I'm rolling.
And she's in her mind like, oh, we're in the helicopter. He's about to ask me. He's about to ask me. And in my mind, I was so distant from even the concept of it. Like I wasn't even thinking that. I'm like, we having a great time.
You like, oh yeah, just wanna have fun, right?
I felt like this is a vibe.
Right.
Like, let's continue this vibe. Like I wasn't even
cool nigga shit.
Yeah, I wasn't even contemplating whatever the next steps were. Like I was seeing what was right in front of me, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, that was it. Like once I realized that was important to her, it became important to me, and then I started thinking about like children and like how I was raised and like kids being raised in a 2-parent household, and that became important to me.
Yeah, that's definitely mad importante. Yeah.
But yeah, it is a young age. Like, so don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
like
totally a young age.
I would advise against that.
Yeah.
Like having had the experience, because when I was 20, I was 20 something. I don't really know. But when you that age, like you still haven't like accomplished shit. Like you still haven't like come into terms with who you are and what you like and
right.
And what you like on levels that a sin beyond like surface level.
That's right.
Right? Because you might like, oh yeah, she fits this certain physical description, right?
Right.
But then like it's deeper than that. And then as you get older, it gets even more deeper than that.
Yeah.
And the things that you really, really enjoy, you dig deeper into those. And so when you get married early, like the way you ascend in your personal like growth, it doesn't always match.
Right.
Like it might be one person is like, oh yeah, my financial knowledge is here.
Right.
And the other person is like, oh, I'm spending all my check, right?
Right.
And then the other person is like, I'm enlightening myself on like philosophy or whatever else, and the other person is like, let's watch. I'm about to watch Real Housewives or something, whatever.
Right.
You know,
right.
but it fluctuates, and so there's periods where there's major gaps.
Right.
Right. And you got to make that decision of like whether or not you want to
align,
like, or if the gap is so distant that you've grown so far apart that it doesn't make sense. And so I got a lot of homies that are in that predicament right now where they love the person they with.
Right.
But they've now discovered more who they are, and that person has now discovered more who they are, and it's no longer like they not meeting in the middle. They somewhere adjacent.
The crazy thing is, honestly, I personally believe that it doesn't even matter how young you get married. That's a part of the succession.
That's true.
Person.
That's
Period.
true.
Like
That's
but I mean, I think it's a little different if you get married in your 50s or you maybe in your late 40s.
Yeah.
Might be slightly different. Like you like, all right, I'll live life. I'm about to die in about 15, 20.
Yeah,
so
fuck it. I
let's
need somebody right here with me.
I need a little
Let's
friend.
ride this out.
Like, you know what I mean? I need a little friend. Okay, we're gonna go take these trips.
Yeah, nah.
But like when you trying to really build something that's long lasting and build a family, that is going to be the thing the whole entire time. And I think that's why marriage is different, because it is, in my opinion, about continuously seeking alignment.
That's true.
I think it's about seeking that alignment. Yes, it's gonna be off. Shit, you and your friends be off
And
sometimes.
you gotta talk about shit that's uncomfortable. Like,
That's right.
Because, as an example, there's different formulas for relationships, right? Like there are people that have polygamous relationships.
Right.
There's people that are in polyamory. There's people that have unicorns. I don't know if you're familiar with a unicorn.
Come on now, Castro. You ain't the only one who out here having a good time, knowing what's going on with the world.
You were some things. But
no. I mean, what I'm saying.
I feel you.
The knowledge.
I ain't tripping. But
I am about to put some ice in this damn wine.
Okay.
Imagine being in a full-blown monogamous relationship, and then one of the parties is now like, oh man, I've been exposed to this type of relationship.
Yeah, I know.
I want to potentially explore that.
That's the thing too, man. That's the rough thing, cause like.
And you could be on both sides of that. You could be the one that's like
trying it,
wanting to explore that,
or
the
the
person
one
that's like, fuck, man, you asking me to do this? What?
Right.
This is good.
Right. Yeah. And it's a scary. Honestly, it's a scary thing. Honestly, a scary thing. I know that. The people of the day is always in that. I've dated people like that already. And what do you think? Do you think you should be open to that conversation?
Personally, I think any conversation, anything about the person that you're with, whether it be sexual, relationship oriented, what their ambitions are, you should be open to have that conversation. Like it shouldn't be.
I mean, entertaining it is what I'm talking about. I mean, I think you should talk about anything.
But you should consider it. You should consider it and really think about what's driving you to not want to do whatever that is, right? I watched this Red Table Talk with Willow and her mom, and Willow was like,
they the king and queens of that.
Yeah, they the queen. But Willow was like, she was like, monogamy is for the what she say, self-conscious or something like that. And I was like, damn, that's
judgy, Willow.
Yeah, that's judgy.
That's a little judgy, Willow.
But then when I thought about it I thought about it more so as like forced monogamy, right? And so forced meaning like you have to do this. And so I tend to have the thought that like if somebody has like the opportunity, right? It's kind of like you make weed 100% legal, right? It's gonna be people that smoke weed, right? and it's gonna be people that don't smoke weed. The people that smoking weed when it's legal are people that really into smoking weed.
Right.
When it's illegal, sometimes it's just cool. Like, oh yeah,
Right.
what you got, bro? You got that? You got that gas, or you know?
Let me get a little bit.
Let me get, and then
bit
it make them, and then the person that has it make them feel important because they like a plug, right?
Right.
But then when you lift the veil and it's no longer like
For everybody.
forbidden and it's for everybody, then people don't really consider it as like, they move on to the next thing, right? And I feel like that's the same thing like in how we act in relationships and how we view like monogamous relationships. Like I feel like it's been rooted in us so long that it's very difficult to even consider
it,
an alternative, right? Because you're thinking on the terms of like right and wrong, so it impacts you morally immediately.
Right.
As soon as somebody says like, how dare you? I can't believe you would say something like that.
Or like,
right?
I mean, it is also too, I will say with me, I think it also too is, it really taps in on people's trauma and insecurities, 100%. Like I think that like, I've had so much bullshit happen in my life. When somebody comes to me, I'm like,
Nah, you trying something else.
I'm like,
what you trying to,
like,
do you really want to be here?
You know
Exactly, exactly.
Like, are you, or is this gonna be something where like we're opening up this new tab where I gotta think about you. You know what I mean? Like if you gonna be developing something somewhere else, and like now all this time
That's
I'm
real.
invested in you is gonna be fucking wasted if you just fucking veer off and like.
That's all real conversations though. And so to go back to what we was talking about, that's the conversation. Like what you're thinking right there, the insecurities that you have, like that's a part of that conversation.
Right.
And then the other person, they have to consider, like, okay, this will impact you.
Right.
Right?
There's a willingness. So I used to be one of those people that was like monogamy or die, right? Deadass.
Or die. That's extreme.
I mean, like, damn. I thought you were gonna say monogamy or bi. This motherfucker said
die.
R.I.P.
If I can't have you, no.
You a Pisces?
No, I'm a Virgo Libra cuss. But this is the past, right? And so this is toxic nascent Zoo, and this is not me anymore. But my parents actually, they were married for about 30 years and they divorced. And when they divorced, my concept of the construct of marriage, like my understanding of it, being raised in like a Christian household, having really stringent rules, yay, nay, long skirt, gotta be goody two shoes, straight A girl, went out the door, right? And the way how I digested like relationships was like drastically different, because one partner was fluid and the other partner was fixed.
Who?
My mom was fixed.
When you say fixed, like what do you?
So I think of
like a personality
in her
trait.
ways, like,
Yeah.
She regimented.
Very regimented, very old school, very traditional. If she's always cut her fish, a perfect example. If she always, when she cooks, cuts her fish, the head, the tail, and the body, she will always forever cut it that way. She'll never veer from that behavior.
And if you tell her, she'll feel offended.
Yeah, it's like, no, this is the way, right? And so I was like, okay, well, you know, it's a Caribbean, Latin, like energy, like, you know, you just follow the rules and, you know, grin and bear it. But my dad was different. My dad was like, okay, why can't we do things a different way? Like, okay, we took this path to get to the beach today. Let's fuck around and find a different adventure.
Right.
And so there was always that friction between them. And I feel like the willingness for one person to be open to the possibility of there being an alternative is needed before they can even have a conversation about what their relationship could look like outside of what they're used to and outside of what they've grown to be told is appropriate, right? And I think that it was that moment. They say that when you're older and your parents feel like you don't really feel it, but you feel it. Like I felt it. And
How old were you when it happened?
I was 26, 27 when it happened. And I'm 30 now. But it shook me. And in that moment, I was in a long-term relationship, and I felt like I had stayed in the relationship because I was already invested, and I'm like, he's gonna be the one. Yeah, red flags to here and next week, but
Damn, not the 2 weeks of worth of rest.
You got a whole parade already.
Right, just fucking red flag.
Damn.
but I felt like it was important for me to with the majorettes too.
Fuck.
But I
Damn.
stayed, and I think seeing my dad leave.
The good ones always be doing that. That's why I'm glad I snatched me up a nice one, a good one. Good women, the only reason why they hard to find is because they be with some toxic motherfucker.
Damn.
Dead ass though. That's
Damn.
real.
You think that's the same with dudes though?
Nah.
No?
Nope.
The good dudes be what? Single?
They be married, and sometimes single, but I think that the scales are different. The way men and female quantify what what they're willing to be serious about are different.
Okay.
Like what?
Give me more.
Like, I think a guy really looks at their needs first, and I think a woman looks at the other person's needs first.
Really?
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think a man is like, my needs first. She do this for me, she do that for me, she do this for me, she do that for me.
I
All right, I can rock with her. A woman is like, I can do this for him and he can do this for me, but I can always, like, it's like an exchange in a woman's mindset.
Yeah.
And for a man, he's like even if a man is like, I'm gonna provide, he's like, I'm gonna provide, but it's because you're gonna do this for me, you're gonna do that for me, you're gonna take care of the home, you're gonna take care of the baby,
I think
you're gonna make sure this shit is
narrow.
right.
I think that's narrow, and I think it's because that's how you are. You're a giving person, right? And so
Experience too.
your experience.
And she's you a straight girl?
Because if you think about culture, if you think about
Mostly?
Yeah.
You fluid? I like that.
if you think about culture right now though, like, and you listen to music, it's a lot of like. I guess it's women's empowerment, but it's a lot of women that are like.
First of all,
I'm
we're
gonna
not
get this
gonna air
bag.
quote women empowerment.
Nah, because if you say
That I guess
I'm gonna get that
it's
bag,
women
you
empowerment.
say I'm gonna get you that bag, I'm gonna get that bag, and then I'm gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? What Meg say? What she said? I'm gonna come in and then leave.
Oh, get that bread, get that head, and leave.
Yeah, peace out, right? And so
That's what he said is women empowerment.
No,
Okay.
no. That's why I said. That's why I air quoted it, because it's not. Yeah, I don't think y'all would consider that like actual women's empowerment. It's just more like, yeah, nigga.
Right. But that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about is not about what era we're in.
I feel you. I feel you.
I'm talking about the pattern
of men and
behavior
women,
of men and women. I do think 100%.
I think it's dynamic though. I just think it's more dynamic than that.
Of course it's
because you
dynamic,
have
but I
both.
think that the root of the way, because we're talking about good men, right? And like our good men hard to find, right? Versus where are the good men and where's a good woman and why is a good woman hard to find, right?
Yeah.
I said a good woman's hard to find because they always dealing with some toxic motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Even if it's if they date women or if they date men, it don't matter.
Right.
Or if they date someone who doesn't identify in those binaries, right? But a man, I feel like, when you find a good man, I think more times than not, they've locked in with who they want to lock in with. Because I think that men get to choose more than women do.
I do think that's. I think there's some accuracy in the making of the choice.
But so that means that there's accuracy in them also choosing based off what they need. Because how are you not in your mind saying I'm gonna make this choice because I see how it works for me? Like, I don't see how that's even possible.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a damn near a requirement, right? Like, for compatibility, right? So like,
we're not talking about compatibility though. We're talking about.
You're talking about what? So what kind of needs? What kind of needs are you talking about?
I'm just talking about for a man to commit, they have needs.
But what kind of needs? What kind of needs?
I think that a man, whatever that man finds is important.
Okay.
Like it doesn't. I'm not gonna call what are important for men, right?
So you think that men would make less concessions in committing to somebody, right? So like if somebody didn't check, like let's say 80% of the need boxes, right? Then a man is gonna move on. Whereas with a woman, if she has interest, then she'll be willing to work through.
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
But do you think that
100%.
that's also contingent upon their finances too? Because I know a lot of women that
Contingent upon whose finances?
a woman's finances, right? Because there's some women that there's a group. Okay, you know that Toxic podcast, the one with the men that are always bashing women.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so they have this annoying like rhetoric where they basically say that women who are high earners, highly educated, struggle to find partners, right? Because their standards are too high, and they're high because they're not as financially dependent on a partner that can provide, right? The need for them to find, like, to basically fulfill those financial needs, those sense of like providing security, they're non-existent. So their willingness to compromise is less so than somebody else who may not be as stable within whatever it is that's important to them and their needs, right? And so I'm curious if that's something that we see mostly in women who either don't value that line of like, okay, he needs to have this car, this bank account, this income, these assets, right? This access, because it's not just about money. Sometimes it's about access. Sometimes it's about like the way how that person makes them feel about themselves. Or on the other side, is it that men, because they are by and large in that space of freedom and financial or even communal empowerment, that they have that power, but they're just not judged the same way?
I feel like that was very long.
Yeah, but
and I don't know that I caught. I feel like it was very long that
if a man and a woman make the same amount of money and they balling, they both making 200K, let's say 500K a year, right? A woman who's not making, the woman who's making money, they would argue that her standards are too high, that she's too picky, that she's too hard to deal with, right? That goes against what you
I've
said,
seen both
but
sides of
what
that
she's
though,
willing to
for
put up
sure.
with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I know some very good, well-off women who ain't about all that shit.
Yeah.
No, but they still putting up with the compromising is what I'm asking.
No, for sure.
I don't know about
I think on
You know
both.
what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, and I think it exists in both ways, right? So like there are women who have reached a certain point in their careers that would like to have a partner that is an equivalent partner. So 1 + 1 = 2 instead of 1 + 1 = 1.8. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do think that exists, and I also think it's fair, right? To seek out somebody like that. But I also think that there are women that have reached this point of acclivity in their career that aren't seeking somebody that's their equivalent. They're just seeking somebody that's there for them. Yeah. And in some instances, they might want somebody that might even be submissive, right? Like a more submissive dude. But
women do like that. I know a lot of women,
people,
especially women who are more like rat-tat-tat. They want somebody that could, that shut the fuck up.
Another like disconnect that I personally witnessed, right, is where a dude's manhood can be challenged by that, right? Like your girl doing major things and you like trying to figure it out, right?
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, like you trying to figure it out, or Mr. Momming, or whatever it might be.
And if it's Mr. Momming, that's a totally different situation than figuring it out.
Yeah,
to be honest.
But I think where people enter those situations in with a flawed mindset is that if one person is here and you're here and y'all meet, like the likelihood is that this person is going to expose this person to things that they didn't realize, like things they didn't know about.
Right.
And that person will ultimately elevate.
There it
right?
is.
Eventually. And I think we get so caught up in like, I want this now, I want this right now, I want this X right now. People look for a meal ticket, right? On both sides of the fence. Like it's dudes that are young, my age, might be dapper, that want to date like crazy older women because they know like they might be old and lonely. So then I could like kind of tag in on this. But in reality, like if love ain't the centerpiece of it, to me it don't matter in the first place. Like if you entering into something without actually knowing who the person is, then you've already counted yourself out from the very beginning. Like if I meet Octavia and I'm like, dang, Octavia, man, I don't really know what you do. I don't really know what you seem like you do a lot of things. Like, can you tell me more concisely what you do in a day? What you do when you wake up? What time you wake up? And then, but I never really got to know Octavia. I never really got to know you, right? Which means that now I can't feed into you because I'm so worried about this surface level shit.
Right.
And so I think that's where a lot of relationships meet their demise, or they already dead when they started. Like where people, they on the outside looking in, it's perfection, right? But they don't even talk to each other, or they don't even like each other.
Yeah, man.
Or they don't even sleep in the same
That's
room.
a real
maybe
thing.
not the same house. Or maybe they, you know, they dating 2 other people, but for the sake of public opinion, they present this image, right? And so for me, I'm like, there's no perfect science to it. And like that podcast that you're talking about, I can't remember what it's called,
We
but I
don't even
remember
need to talk about it.
I
anyways.
remember something they said a long time ago that went crazy, right? And I'm like, the fact that people like that spend so much time on those things, you know that something happened to them. Like somebody denied them.
Oh, there's trauma there.
There was some trauma that they experienced, and it's like, it's probably a specific person that they're trying to get back at.
Yeah.
But you spending all this time talking about shit, but you're not working on yourself.
Yeah.
This is what they considering working on themselves probably too.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
think they making money. All right, so I'm gonna get this grill refired up again. Get those
Let's do it.
steaks on. We
Let's do it.
gonna.
Let's have a-
I want to hear some more about the music. I want to hear some more music. Oh yeah, let me put something on for you. You know what I'm saying? Now
Possible.
I got my jerk chicken on, famous jerk chicken, and now we got some Japanese barbecue sauce marinated flank steak. Oh no, this is a skirt steak. A nice little skirt. You know what I mean? See that? Ooh wee. I'm about to chop this up real quick. And you want to go across the grain. This is the grain. The grain's going like this. So we're gonna cut it like this. Dot, dot, dot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
How
cut
was your
this
daughter?
across the grain.
Okay.
I like using this. I want to use a little, you know, feel like my people them. Well, they not really
Flex.
my people, you know what I'm saying?
Flex.
My Asian friends and
Just
them.
do it
they be
effortlessly
using-
like that.
You know, but I want to use it. I want to definitely use this for the jerk chicken. That's really why I got it for the jerk chicken. But you know, it'll work for the skirt. Okay? It'll work for the skirt. We get a little curve. You see that little curve? Look like little curve. Let me give you a little piece here. Come on, let me see how you think about that.
Oh, we
Here,
doing
take
that?
this
We
little,
doing
take
that?
this. No, not with your mouth, with your finger. You gonna pick it off with your hand. All right, come on in here. Let me give you a little piece, Mamacita. Now you.
Hey. I ain't gonna lie though, I did feel a little bit emasculated if that's how we was gonna do it. I was like, hold up, man, that's what we doing?
But you leaned in though.
Cause I did talk mess about drinks.
Damn, nah.
You know how people be pouring the drinks?
Nah, that's good. All right, so we got this jerk chicken. We about to get in on it. I never did this before, so I wanted to do this, you know what I'm saying? Just chop the hoe up with
Yeah,
the
that shit
yakata
work.
rakata.
That shit work.
Don't worry, the chicken's cooked. It's just the blood is from the bone in the
No, we ain't
inside, all
worried
right?
about that.
So go ahead and get in. Go ahead and get in.
Medium.
You know what I mean? I'm fucking done now. We don't do no medium with chicken. You got to stay alive. You see that? You need that right there. You see that? Look at that. Oh my God.
I'm about to eat it.
Oh my God. That shit
teasing me.
juicy and
She
nice.
teasing
There
me.
you go.
She teasing me.
I'm gonna put that on your plate for you because you deserve that kind of treatment, King.
Thank you.
Okay?
White
And
glove
you already
service.
got yours. All right, so what's y'all's consensus on my jerk chicken? It's usually famous, you know what I mean? But you know, I like to keep it to the people them. I like y'all to say what it is, you know what I mean?
So when I take a bite of this, I just think Jesus Christ.
All right, so the accent came out, so we like that. We like that. When the accent come out,
I feel like you put your seasoning in the chicken, like you let it marinate.
I did.
Like this is glorious. Like I have no words.
Okay.
Really? So, I mean, I feel like Caribbean people eat jerk chicken all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
but the thing is, so from one Caribbean person to another Caribbean person, there's
Yeah.
a lot of Jamaican restaurants out here, but not many.
they suck at it,
that,
man.
like,
They suck
actually
at it.
cook fire ass jerk. Like there are many jerk heavy on the air quote with a jerk.
Right.
But not many that really put their foot in it, that know how to get the flavor of the actual jerk into the chicken. A lot of it is surface level. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it be
Decorative-
lacking the spice
it's
and it be
decorative
lacking the
seasoning.
salt.
No salt
I'm so happy y'all talking right
and no scotchy either.
now.
Nah, this shit fire.
Yeah, man.
But for real though,
tell
so
you.
what's the Addy for Thanksgiving?
For real, like.
I'ma see. You know, usually for Thanksgiving, me and my lady go to her friends, people them house, but like maybe it's time for us to start our own tradition. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Maybe it's time for us to start our own. Look, listen, I'm gonna open it up. I've been covering it because the flies, but y'all go ahead and y'all go in. I'm about to get in on it too. You know what I mean? Cause yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
It tastes like blessings. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have nothing to do. I just picked it up because I don't know what to do with my hands anymore because it's just. Let me open that up. Yeah, I'm going back in.
There you go.
Thank you.
I got you. I'm just gonna be just cutting off pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I didn't know what I was coming to, but I'm grateful.
There you go. You know what I mean? Just gonna hit y'all off at this point.
Hit me up because I'm here to wash that.
Oh, cause you know what? I hate doing dishes. That's perfect. My lady usually does it.
That's great.
But the more the merrier. The more the merrier to clean these motherfucking dishes, baby.
You call your lady by her name or you got a different name you call her?
Baby, 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 baby. That's it. I just call her babe all the time. What you call your person?
Good question. It's a mix between her name. and
Hey,
babe.
Sheila. Charlie. Baby.
Babe.
Yo.
Hey, babe, what's up, babe?
I rarely
That's
call her
universal.
by her
Oh,
actual
Lord.
name. And honestly, if I call her by her full name, she don't even like that. She's like, nah. That's beef right there.
That's beef.
She like, nah.
When you call kids by their whole, listen.
Right,
This
damn.
cup, though,
Nigga, I
this
need to
cup.
just make you another. I made it.
more
Yeah, I
ginger
need
ale.
to. I
Is
need
that
to.
even mine?
Yeah.
It's mine right here.
Oh.
Oh damn.
Oh damn. Is it? Oh, that was my regular drink.
No.
Let me fill this up. Get this cup. Get this cup weighted. You know what I mean? Wait, damn. Drop the damn top. And when you got a significant other, what's your go-to? Do you be calling them by their name?
I do, but I got real Spanish with that shit.
You say babe?
Spanish?
Yeah, I be like, oh, mi amorcito.
Oh no! You be dating Latin people?
No.
You be dating black?
shit.
You be dating black people talking about me? I'm gonna see though.
Ay, mi amorcito, cariño, bebé, ven pa' acá. Like babes or lovey.
What's
Okay, see, I like that. And you know what? Okay.
What's amorosito?
Yo, black people be fucking baby. Yo, what's amorosito? This nigga said
Amorosito?
amor. That's sorry. I said it in Spanish again. It means my love.
My love. It's so like lovey, like love.
Motherfucker.
She's Spanish.
You like
too,
one of
she
the people that
Panamanian.
talking to somebody who don't speak your language, so you just say the shit slower.
That's literally what I just did. That means amor. Oh wait,
Amor.
sorry.
Amor.
My bad.
You didn't get it the first time.
Dumbass.
Dumbass. Stupid ass boy.
Yes.
Nah, my bad. My bad. It means my love. But yo, so actually this just brings me to something else I want to talk about, which is accents.
Oh.
I actually really hate accents, and before today I would have said that I hated all accents.
All right.
But she was talking with her little bibs. I was like, I kind of like that. Or whatever like that. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So I think I don't hate accents altogether. Now, first of all, you must really like spicy food.
Oh yes.
Because this Pickles is at about an 8.5, almost 9 spice level.
Oh, and she just tore that bitch up.
And she is smothering it on top of the jerk, which is at a 6 spice level.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In a
You-
bottle.
And you clearly
With
like
the
spice.
non-vented hat.
Right, with the non-ventilated. For real.
Crown. Correct yourself.
Crown. So wait, well, he actually just
Failed.
said with
I
the
failed.
non-ventilated. He didn't actually say.
I did.
You said
I
hat?
failed.
You said hat?
I
Oh
failed
damn.
miserably. I
Damn, my
failed.
bad. All right. So, anyways,
Thank you,
accents.
marketing director.
Do we right? Do we like? Do we? I mean, I already said how I feel about accents. She made a face like accents make her feel some type of way. What do you feel about accents? Are accents like an attractive quality on a person?
I think when you encounter something new it sparks your curiosity. But it's some like accents that's like, nah, bruh.
If it feels forced though.
Huh?
And if it's well, let me not say it. Well,
Right.
Why?
If it's like if it's a German accent, it's very harsh, and I'm not fucking with that.
Oh.
But if it's like a French accent, I might be.
Bébé les buts. Eh, bébé buts. Excuse
Or
me.
like a
I'm not racist.
Zu, your name, your name is Zu?
Your
Zu,
name.
okay,
Your name
Zu,
is
Zu, Zu, Sir Zu. I am wondering.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want none of that. Cause I feel like you can't even speak.
Like, hey babe, like, what you do later? Like, are you trying to come around? Or
In it.
You want to spend?
In it.
Is this your bruv or is your mate? Like, which one is it? Like,
Okay, so you fuck with a French accent.
no, a French and a British accent, like some Idris Elba all day.
Yeah, I don't think that
Does
I
it
could do
increase-
long term
so
with
if
an
they-
accent,
if
an
they-
accented
if they
person. But that
ugly,
can change.
Does it make them look better?
Good,
sure.
good question.
For sure. It makes it more interesting.
I definitely. So, here's the thing.
For sure.
Whenever I speak, when I have like an accent like this, like one time I like would walk around and I would just speak like this, and for some reason I like look softer. Like it's not. I don't look as like strong and rugged as I would when I'm like speaking in my New York accent. And it's so crazy to me because it really is like that to people. They're like, wow.
She's traveled, experienced.
You know,
Wordly.
like things like that, and it's like it's
Things.
really crazy. Yeah, things.
How many things?
Not a thing. It's a thing.
It's
How
a
many
thing, plenty,
Plenty.
a myriads of things.
Myriad.
You drink your
No, but like no, I remember
love
one
my
time I
water.
walked into a place and I only spoke in that accent, and people thought that I was like from that place.
Did they give you extra free shit just because?
No, but people thought there's a femininity to the accent. There's a softness to the accent. There's a
A poshness to it
a-
too.
whatever the fuck that is, right? But
That-
like
that-
no,
yeah,
for
that-
sure,
mhm,
right?
that-
A poshness to it, right? Luxurious, and it's funny. It can make you be perceived differently. Whereas I come with my New York accent, it's like whoa, whoa, whoa. She's explosive, you know, like she's, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, even in the Jamaican world, like Jamaican culture. So I grew up adjacent, well, not adjacent to it, but like with remnants of it, right? In my heritage, my grandparents are Jamaican on both sides. And when I'm around other Jamaicans, there's a certain distinction that they'll have in their accent. So Cass actually points this out every time we go to any Jamaican space. If I hear a yachty,
Oh, as soon as I started talking to you about your culture, you put an accent on yesterday.
It puts on.
I thought she
it's-
was doing it like
Nah.
actively. Like
I thought so too.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna let her live. You feel me?
Nah, it's like I can't control
Get
it
out your
sometimes.
boom boom, okay? I love me some spice.
You got them
Bubbling.
zit up on me head.
Hey.
Hey. Try that she did.
That's how me like it.
Hey, you girl in any tight up skirt.
You make me head and me blood vessel burst.
but it's the type of shit where some people don't feel the need to do it, and other people, like for me, I've always, when I hear the accent, I'm around family, right? And so it's second nature that I hear it and I respond to it. It's almost like you hear a word in English and you just know what it means. You don't have to think about it, you just answer, right? Because you've processed and your response is just instant, it's instinctive. And so sometimes, like, I realize in some spaces, if people don't know who I am and where I'm from, they think, like, they might be, like, take offense to it. And there are even some Jamaicans that are like, nah, patois beneath me. Like, proper English is how I mean to speak.
Yeah. That's a thing.
But do you dream
That's a
in-
ting.
do-
That's a
do you dream
ting
in
ting.
patois?
Oh, yeah, no, I dream in different languages. I remember the first time I dreamt in Portuguese, I was
Dreamt
blown.
in Portuguese.
Yeah, so I was at UF. This is before I dropped out.
She loved telling me that she a college dropout. I love it. It's hilarious.
I'm bigger than college.
I'm a college dropout too.
I was bigger
except
than that.
I'm a college uninstate. What is it when you unenroll? I'm a college unenrollment.
Yeah.
I got in and then they was like, you got to pay loans, and then I got out.
So what long? Hold on.
Right. I was like, wait a minute. I've been raising foster kids this whole time, and they've been telling me and selling me on not paying for college. And y'all niggas trying to tell me I gotta pay? Nah.
Yo, there gotta be a
nah.
what's the word?
Nah,
I'm struggling
dog.
for the
I
word
ain't
for
sign up for that,
unenrolled.
dog.
What's the word for unenrolled? I can't think
Withdraw.
of. Withdraw. God
There
damn.
we go. Yo, no. First of all, don't say it so as a matter of fact. We was really
I'm
struggling.
I'm like, damn. I can't.
We was really struggling. I'm
really
like,
can't
damn,
say
I
that.
called this woman and I was like, I have to do that. And
Do
I
that
just could
thing.
not remember
What's
the
the thing
trauma,
when you leave?
okay, of it all.
It's all right. Some of us trauma, some of us badge of honor.
Listen,
you know
I ain't
what
gonna
Badge
front.
of-
I went to the U. for my
Yeah, you
master's
did.
degree.
Yo, that
And
the following of the
but-
U is crazy, bro.
But there was a case that came out of somebody trying to get a refund for their degree, and I was like,
Wait, what?
I was like, yo, can you do that?
A refund?
Bro, I
for
wrote
the
them a letter,
degree?
bro. I wrote them a letter. I was like, yo. you know,
Not yo.
I know I came with all positive intentions, but my life isn't matching what I anticipated when I walked
This
through the
degree
door.
ain't making me money, nigga. I need my money back.
May I please get a refund for my money? I promise I will give you back all the education.
Not I'm gonna give you back
I
all
will
the
forget everything, I promise.
What did you go to college for?
Architect. I'm an architect.
Really?
No.
Did you want it? Like, what does that mean? And
That
when you
was
say
a-
I'm an architect,
Like,
tell
I
me
could-
what does that mean?
Like I could.
Oh, did I ever make you your drink?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, damn.
You
The
did.
second
It's
one? I
almost
made
done.
you the second one?
No, this is the first one.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say,
It
damn.
means that
I'm
if
slacking.
if somebody was building something and they needed plans, I can do that. Or if they had plans.
Are you an engineer?
No.
You didn't get
Architect.
your general contracting?
No, I'm not a general
Yo,
contractor.
you need to get that shit. Because you're an architect.
You can do it.
You should do it. You should do that because, like, when I was telling you about this public art shit, we always need a general contractor to tell us how and what way we could do some shit.
Oh, you do that through Gold Coast, easy.
And like, you can make bread off of just consulting.
Yeah.
In general contracting.
That's real. That's real.
Because contractor, I feel like y'all got to do the work, don't you?
It
Don't y'all got to
depends.
do the work?
Not really. Like
No?
most contractors subcontract everything.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah, I
you just
know.
I
heard about that. That's how they make their money, too.
responsible for the work. So you just gotta make sure that you pay everybody less than what you getting paid.
Right. Okay, so you went for architecture. And what did you drop out doing?
So mechanical engineering. And then I
What
worked
does
as
that mean?
So mechanical engineering is one of those degrees, one of those versions of engineering that are so broad you can basically do anything. It basically encompasses the movement and the interaction of certain things within a space. So
That shit was the most ambiguous shit. I'm dizzy again, just like I was dizzy
And
earlier.
basically it's like when the air moves
And you breathe.
and you feel it and you breathe, but you
No.
breathe out,
Right.
not breathing in.
But you know it's there.
So mechanical engineering is
Certainly.
like, it's one of those
Right.
big umbrellas, right? So civil engineering is structure, mechanical is function.
What do you do? What could you get hired to do?
Design and install air conditioning systems in any space.
This is why this motherfucker said it like that. Because you can't ever say, I know how to design AC systems.
No, it's true. But that's one of the things that you could do as a mechanical engineer. Like, there are other things. But what I did,
but I thought, okay.
what I did in my space with that was AC specific. So
Did you
like,
want to do that?
no.
So why didn't you do any of the other things that you could do in that shit?
Because when you come here, so my dad was a contractor for a minute. Like, he used to do that. So the Hard Rock, a lot of the buildings off of Biscayne Ave, like, he did it. Like the 900 building, the American Airlines
Yeah.
Arena. Like,
Oh,
we did a lot of
word?
work there. That's what we used to do. And then when I dropped out of school the first time, I moved back to South Florida and I needed something to do. So he needed help with his business, and then I jumped in.
Being a creative, like
Yeah.
it's so mind-boggling to me, like what these jobs even mean. No, not the shift. It's just what they mean. Like, how does one even get hired to do this? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, all of it. Excuse me. All of it
Yeah.
sounds fucking ambiguous to me.
Yeah, I mean it to a degree. It is ambiguous, like, because there's no mastery of pulling together all the different parts to do a job that's different every single time. Like, it's just mastering your resourcefulness, I guess, in that sense. Because there's no way.
That makes sense.
There's no way that you're gonna know every discipline. Like, you just familiar with every discipline. And so that was different for me. And then before that, when I was working for an architecture firm, I was designing schools primarily. And that was dope though. Like straight out of undergrad, I was designing like schools for Palm Beach County.
Oh, that's nice.
So
And,
what, you was just like, the bathroom's gonna be here, this is the
100%.
hallways,
Like, well,
this is the principal's
so
office.
you start wider.
And then we got a escape room for the principal.
Nah,
And-
it's
and-
funny. It's
and
funny as
this
hell
is the
that
schoolyard.
she said bathroom though,
We got 2
because
basketball courts.
nah, it's not that. It's just my first task out of college was to design this like triangular bathroom.
Okay.
And
What?
Yeah. So it
I've
was
never
like,
even actually seen a triangular bathroom, I don't feel like.
It was big though. It's a big triangle, so it's not like a small bathroom that's like that. But it was multiple, like, you know, and so like. Then at that time I was so proud of my little bathroom. You know what I mean? I'm like, look at myself. Go visit my bathroom.
And and it got built.
Yeah, it got built. I never visited it though. It was
Oh,
it was in
dropping the ball.
Indian River County. I never visited it. And then there was another school that I did like way more work for that I still haven't. Now it's called Storm Grove Middle School, I think. And I never visited it, but I did a whole bunch of projects, man, for them.
It was funny because the side that we were on was, so his was the design and ours was the application, right? And so a lot of what he says is true. Like, we didn't always have our hands in the construction of a particular thing, but managing it meant knowing exactly who could do what. The benefit between, like, the difference between us and the other people that we used to work with is that we actually knew what the fuck we were doing, right? And with South Florida, what a lot of people can attest to, especially if they're in construction and contracting, is that bullshit is rampant. Motherfuckers are out here pretending to know
it's a con, man. There's so many people that lose money in that shit. But
It's a con.
So that's what y'all. That's so interesting. Can you believe? Okay, so let me ask y'all this.
What's that?
What? I'm gonna give you 2 choices. No, I'm gonna give you 4 choices.
Okay.
Right? Guess, and 2 of them, you're gonna get 4 choices to get 2 correct answers.
Okay.
What 2 professions did I want to do before I got into the creative?
I know
4 2 truths and 2 lies.
No, it's not cheating. You don't know the other. You still got 3
lawyer.
other. Lawyer was one.
All right.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna let you get it.
Dancer.
I said before the creative. See, you not.
Oh, damn, no.
You done lost one of your tries.
eager.
Okay. Are you gonna say lawyer too? Cause you was there.
No.
Why?
No, because that's cheating. He already
it's not
used that
cheating.
option.
No, but it's y'all both know it, so it's fair that y'all both can choose it.
Oh, okay. So lawyer.
So lawyer. All right. So y'all both got 2 chances now.
Okay.
To figure out what is the other one that I wanted to be.
But you haven't applied it yet.
I'm not gonna ever apply it.
Ooh, okay.
It's what I wanted to be before I wanted to be a creative.
A doctor.
Okay, that's 1 try. Incorrect.
And we both get 2 each.
A vet.
A vet. No. And I should kick you out the park for that. But it's random. Yeah. But he's the chillest. Yeah, he's like.
To what extent?
Yeah, no, I know. I love him a lot.
Yeah.
He's the second dog I've loved the most.
What did your
Okay.
grandma do?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know if I told you my grandmother, she worked in food. She was a caterer. Remember?
Okay.
But she's doing food now, so it doesn't count.
Yeah,
That's
that
why I
don't
ruled it
count.
out. A therapist?
Yes.
Really?
Yes! Well, not really, but kind of. It's in the therapy. It's psychologist.
Psychologist. Okay.
Psychologist. Wow, what made you say that? That was good. I was giving away too much.
Affirmations. It was affirmations.
She started doing her data compiling. She was like, she only got 24 hours of info. You got years of info you trying to fucking go through.
How'd the cooking show come about?
The cooking show, it came about because, I've always loved, all right. I've always loved cooking, and over the years, I've gotten even more into cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Brandon, so like I said, me and Brandon, we met just like literally on the fucking streets.
On the whim.
In the wind. And we have been collaborating with people that just didn't appreciate what we bring to the table. And also, we're two people that are very fucking like frank and straight to the point and about our shit.
Yeah.
And the thing
A lot
about
of people can't take that.
at all.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't take that shit at all.
They be sensitive.
Mad sensitive. You see me, I'm like, yo, how's it sound? Yo, can we check the sound? Yo, I'm ready to die. And he's like, yeah, I got this,
Yeah.
Like, no, all them feelings is just not in it. It's just we get into the work. Like, yo, meeting here this time, we're gonna knock this out, this was the time. All right, bet, boom. Like, so he's straight with it and we take care of each other. But so anyway, had been having all these different kind of, we was like, yo, we both have really big dreams or like aspirations, not dreams, but like aspirations to do some shit. And so we was like, what can we do that we could support each other doing at the same damn time? And I wanted to do a cooking show, and he wants to kick off his film production company.
That's
So
fine.
we like,
let's collaborate
on this, and it'll help the both of us.
Yeah.
Your name is on all the shit. You are known to be the producer in the film house. I'm being able to be in my space, do my thing, create in the way that I like, bring in like cool ass friends and vibe.
That's fine.
Boom. And then also like, come at this YouTube shit. Like, let's get in this YouTube bag, yo. Let's get in this YouTube bag, like, cause there's so much to be had, and it's crazy. Cause I remember when YouTube, it's just so crazy how much shit when it starts, you just not checking for the shit like that.
But you know though.
But you
like,
know, but you just don't know.
I had
you not.
a video. It was a step show video that was like going like viral
At the time,
right? And I got an email from YouTube. It was like, hey, do you want to monetize? And da da da. I'm like, monetize? Like,
You got 1,000 subscribers on your shit?
No, it wasn't 1,000 subscribers at that time. It was just the video.
Oh, shit.
I didn't even have like a channel. I didn't have a channel.
What?
It was one video. And they were like, do you want to monetize? I was like, monetize? And I never did nothing. Like, it's still like I wouldn't have been posting that type of content
anyway. It wasn't gonna be a step channel.
It was like a one-time thing that I posted that thing, and now I look back on it, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. It's like when I found out about TikTok. I found out about TikTok probably 10 years ago. I feel like damn near at this point, like, and now I'm realizing kind of like how people are using it. When I first discovered it, I didn't understand it. I was like, what? I don't understand the place that this takes. Like Vine, I never had a Vine moment. I know you said you was on Vine.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't on Vine either.
I never was on Vine ever. Like never had a moment on Vine.
But Vine was here and then it was gone as quickly as it came.
All I remember is that one video. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. Yo, yeah, it's crazy. But I do think honestly that there's a certain personality type for this type of shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we didn't tap into it when it was happening. I know. And it's shaped like a heart. Let's take it back to the good part. But yeah, like I feel like people had to be people who like to like talk in front of a camera, get attention, and be silly. Like that just wasn't. But I remember just putting videos up back in those days though.
Yeah.
But like of my rehearsals,
random shit.
nothing intentional. I wasn't
and it's
intentionally.
more so for you to send it to the homies,
right? So they can see it
that
easily.
Shit,
yeah, like it was never. And so it's so interesting that how America, the culture of America, has been able to make everything, literally everything, a business.
Yeah. Yeah. Your life.
Everything is a fucking business.
The random experiences of your life is a business.
Right. Like
content creator is a job.
We went from a job. We went from the Real World on MTV, that was like the first reality show
that stemmed
to now people have their own reality shows on their Instagram pages. Like their whole Instagram page is just about their relationship.
My best friend is one of those. She just had a baby and it was all online.
And making guap.
Moolah! Stupid. Like 20 bands a month.
So she tapped into YouTube because Instagram you ain't making that 20 grand on Instagram.
She making it between YouTube and her endorsements. Like they'll send her entire house. Like they sent her furniture. They sent her like
Well, YouTube. So on YouTube, is
everything.
it based on subscribers
And views.
And views.
and views?
Yeah. This shit is crazy.
But theoretically, you got the subscribers, you got the views, right?
Right.
So wait, so you want to learn how to speak to girls?
Yes.
What's your game? You don't got no game? What's up with you?
No, it's not that I don't have any game. Like I just feel like so I came to terms about 2 years ago,
Okay.
that I would admit that I was attracted to women. So there was a girl,
Okay.
a best friend of mine, who I fell in love with, and I didn't realize it until she got married. So she asked me to be
this is a movie.
No. It was like my best friend's wedding, but I didn't get to confess. But I got the shit-faced wasted part at the wedding. And so,
shit.
and so I had to eat my feelings because I loved
I
her.
separated
Yeah, so it boils down to me wanting to know how to talk to women because I felt like I know what it is to love a woman. But I also, because I've never really explored that, I was telling Cass, like when we first met, that when I want to talk to women, I don't want them to feel like I wouldn't want to feel like anybody's experiment, right? And so I feel like because I'm such an outsider to my feelings and to this experience, I would hate for someone, even though I'm sincere in that approach, to feel like I'm using them while I try to figure my shit out, right? And
But
so,
are you using them?
No.
So then why? So see, this goes back to what we was talking about yesterday.
Overthinking.
No, about trying to control what somebody thinks about you,
That's true.
as opposed to just being genuine with your feelings. Like, yo, I think you're interesting. I'd like to get to know you.
Yeah.
Period.
But sometimes I don't know. Like I know how to do it with men effortlessly, but I don't know how to do it with women.
I just said it. I think you're interesting. I want to get to know you. I'ma just
And I was good
so
there.
like I think it's important to know if the person is like that, first of all. Right? And if they are and you're interested, I think that the best point of view is being clear with your intentions, because that was something that I didn't do in the beginning, right? And then what happens? I got into those situationships. You get friend zone, and nothing really happens. Now, if you say, you know, I think you're interesting. I'm attracted to you. Like, I love to just hang out, just kind of vibe, and see where it goes. Obviously, if I'm doing it with somebody, I'm not across the table. I'm a little closer to them. Right. And if I'm saying it, I've maybe picked up that
it's something. It might be a little chance.
Might be a little, you know what I mean? Like, and also too, women are not always really honest and open with their feelings. And because like one of the people I was talking about earlier, like someone I was dating before and I was talking about, I was like, when I first met them, they kind of was on some like, I made my intentions clear, and they was like, oh, okay, but like nothing really. And then when they hit me up, they was like, oh, let's work. And then I was like,
What kind of work?
that's not
You mean
that's
like
not
work,
what
work,
I'm on.
work,
That's
work,
not
work.
right.
Or you mean like hard, like, I've been working hard.
yeah. Right. And I was just like, nah. And I was kind of tight leaving that dinner date we had, because I like sister got a whole book, like, and so I see this where you could be in my whole.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like as the enforcer of the girl gang. And I was like, no. And then we started hanging out. It was like a little break, and then she was like, yo, let's hang out. And so we hanging out, we vibing, and then take it to the next level. Now we're smashing.
Right.
And we're cool, and it's vibes. And then wants to be in a relationship, and I was just like,
No, we were working.
I was like, well, no, because I didn't want that in the first place. And then also that, yeah. Like, I didn't even know you was interested, because when I said I was interested, you kind of...
showed me a portfolio.
Yeah.
And a resume.
You feel me? And so...
And a marketing plan.
You feel me? Okay. That part. So, like...
That's crazy.
No. So I think a lot of times, too, women just don't know what the fuck they want sometimes until they know.
A lot of people don't know what they want to do. They be in that moment,
lot of people
and they get to the, like, I've seen people that have come to the edge of fuck around and find out, and then they find out and they like, like a deer in headlights, like, oh shit, I just-
I said I wanted it, but
Right.
yeah,
Literally. So I think that when it comes to chatting and all that,
yeah.
just be straight up.
Okay. I mean, I'm excited.
And be okay with, like, if it's not reciprocated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do well with rejection. Like, I feel like.
I feel like pretty girls always say that shit because their asses don't never get rejected. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. Like, I do well rejection. When the fuck was you rejected? I don't even believe you was rejected.
no, I was.
I don't believe it. I'm sorry. No, it was. When she got married. That was rejection. They be making up rejection in their head. It be a fake ass suffrage. A fake ass fucking.
I've
I do
been
well.
ghosted before, right? So and I took it well. I was like, all right, bet next.
Ghost is not rejected.
No, that is rejected.
That is rejected, but that's not what the type of rejection we talking about.
You
You
talking
talking
about
about
what?
no.
Like,
Exactly.
You talking about
thank
no.
you, I'm not, like, the way
Yes.
I
I'm good.
reject, like, man,
I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good.
Exactly. Look, see?
I just feel like
Exactly.
Okay,
See?
we could be
She don't
friends,
know what
right?
the fuck it means. She don't know what it means.
That's
You don't
funny
know
as
it.
hell.
So I gotta earn my badge of rejection. Got it.
You don't got to, but you don't know it. So like, what we not gonna
take
do
that.
is fake struggle, okay? I reject rejection well. She rejected me. She said she wasn't interested. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm going back to niggas. I'm going back to niggas.
do. Hits up the rollie.
Calls Tyrone.
No. What we not doing is calling
What's your type?
toxic
What's
ass.
your type of lady?
Ooh. So I'm still figuring that out. I think the girls that I've been attracted to are like bold energy, right? I like the rebel. I like the renegade. So the girl that I like, she was a tiny little petite thing. I don't really know all the terms, like how to describe her. She was femme, but she would also kind of veer into like masculine energy. So like a little skater girl who could also be a prancy ballerina. Like she would bounce between those two.
Hey, ballerina.
Like it was
Not a ballerina.
yeah, but a black ballerina, not that white girl with the fucked up toes. Like, no offense to her.
The black
What's her
ballerina's
name?
gonna have
Misty?
fucked up toes too.
What's her name? Misty?
Misty Copeland.
Misty Copeland. Nah, she fire though. But my girl was cool. Like, she still is cool. Love her to death. But yeah, I like.
Does she know?
No, I never told her.
Oh, okay.
For sure, no.
Don't send her the episode.
She'll know. But yeah, I love her child, and her husband. They're all fire. But yeah.
What's her name?
Her name is. It be your friends. It be.
No, it be your own.
It be your
friends,
own
bruh.
people who.
No, but so you know what I loved about the way she answered that? She didn't say size or color or
Yeah.
type.
It was-
like
it was
it was
deeper than
all
that.
it was
deeper than
all
that.
energy shit.
Mhm.
It was all vibrational shit. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why I be bagging baddies, because they be on that shit.
Mhm.
Even though, like, I don't know. I mean,
Yo, she just turned into a whole different person for 2 seconds. Did you see
oh
that?
yeah. What? I don't know what you're talking about.
That's why I be better. Cause they be on that shit. They be on
What
that
the
shit.
fuck? What the fuck?
You just can't, I don't know what,
What
that
does that
was.
mean? I don't know what that means.
You got in your sensual bag for 2 seconds. Yeah, cause they be on that shit. You in a whole nother place. You had 15
No,
different
because
experiences.
I love.
It's like
It all combined into
The
them 2
real
seconds.
audience.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's why I
no,
be bagging
yeah,
her.
cause I love, because you know what?
Yeah.
I think honestly, I might be giving them too much credit. I think that I personally go beyond. Yeah, the physical.
Let's be honest.
I think I go
tell you,
beyond
you
the
a
physical.
beacon of energy.
Yeah.
Like, and just like any ball of energy, there's things that will circle that. Like,
It's a
and
gravitational pull.
there's a pull that happens.
Yeah.
And like, people won't even understand what it is that's pulling them.
Big
sometimes.
time.
And it's like, how the fuck did I end up here butt ass naked? Like, like,
Dead ass.
like, oh shit.
Dead ass.
It's like, well,
Right.
since
no.
we're here.
Right. Since we're here, no, dead ass. Yeah. Yeah, and so I appreciate that about my personal experience.
Yeah.
That I'm this person and that I can attract people who appreciate that.
You got
right? Don't you appreciate? Do you think that people are always attracted to you because of your looks?
My look, I don't know how I look. Like I can.
No,
no.
That's not the point. The point is that people tell you all the time though, right? Like people who are attractive, they're like, I want somebody that wants me more than more than my looks. And it's not because they think they're the best looking person in the world. It's because people tell them over and over and over and over again.
I think that happens more with women than it does with men. I think with men, it's like
I don't know about that, Cass. I think you might be in denial.
I mean, my mama told me that I was a handsome person. You know what I'm saying?
My mama said.
But no, let's be honest. Like I've been told I was handsome, right? But it's not that people walk up to me and be like, "You're handsome." Like no, people don't do that. Like that just doesn't.
But I feel like people don't talk like that nowadays either. Like,
to women?
To men. Like we talking specifically to you. Right?
I don't believe that.
No, but I'm saying, but to women, like I feel like even women will like somebody will see you and be like, "Dang girl, you look good. Oh look, I love your hair. Oh these shades, where you get these shades?"
Right.
Men, we don't have that relationship with one another, right? So then if it's not like a man, the closest thing that you get to that from a man is if they in a suit, it's like, okay, bruh, I see you. That's it.
It's an equivalent though. You can't count out the equivalent.
Yeah.
People say, yo, you look fly, dude. Like, oh,
That's
like
it.
da 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 da. Oh, like.
But that's not the same as a woman telling you you're handsome. Because that does.
It's not the same.
It's
not the same.
It does something to you. It does something to you. When a woman tells you you're handsome,
So how do men? So if that's the case, how do men feel attractive?
How do they feel attractive? I don't know. I don't know how to explain that because like for me, I don't even fucking know. I really honestly don't know. I feel like I have a delusional level of self-confidence, right? Because I think I'm Adonis.
Narcissistic.
I think you can put the swollest, most cut up dude right here, and I will be the unqualified nigga that's flexing right.
I don't believe. I've never seen that about you.
Nah,
never.
But that's what I'm saying.
I've never seen that
mentally,
about you.
Mentally, confidence-wise, I'm there. Like,
okay.
I'm there.
Oh, okay.
I'm not she said narcissist.
Yeah,
I don't. The way how you were describing it.
I don't
even understand the word narcissist. So I don't even use it. I don't ever understand it when it's said.
Oh, for real?
Nah,
Yeah.
I think narcissist, it's definitely a negative connotation for sure.
I definitely
Like,
know that it's negative, but I
it's-
still don't know what. Like I don't.
My sister was explaining it to me one day, and it's just like where the world revolves around you, and it's like you can't really even comprehend anybody else's perspective. But like for me, like,
Well, I don't think you like that at all.
I've always had. There's a poem called "If" by Rudyard Kipling, and there's this part in it is like if you could walk with kings and keep and maintain a common touch, right? Meaning like if you could walk with kings and keep your virtue. I can't remember the exact words, but it's talking about the ability to walk among different spaces, right? And I feel like I've always had that ability because of what I come from. Like I don't come from money. I don't come from like silver spoon, and I don't come from like things giving me my worth, right? Like I felt like I was rich when we was poor.
Right.
You know, because we lived a rich life. And so I think because of that, like my confidence level was never necessarily impacted by like physical things. And so I think I've always had like this delusional sense of self-confidence, like of the ability to do anything. Like I literally feel like I could do anything. If you told me,
Yeah.
hey,
I mean, I relate.
like,
I relate.
Because if you said, hey, they recruiting astronauts to go to the moon and you got to do this much training or whatever, I'm like, okay, bet. Sign me. I'm there. Like, what do we got to do? Okay, I'm going to do it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, I don't even comprehend the possibility of not being able to do it.
Yeah.
But I will say this, when I encounter something that I struggle with, like that doesn't come natural to me, that I really, really, really got to dig into, that's where I think my confidence can take a hit.
Okay.
Like, an example of that is like, I was learning the day trade from my mentor, which
that
was
shit
the most random shit ever. My mentor was Ryan Leslie. the artist.
Yes.
And I'm watching, like, in that mentorship, it's like 100% like transparency. So I'm seeing his financial portfolio, he's seeing mine. I see what his trades are every day. He's seeing what I do, and he's training me to do it. I'm watching this nigga do shit that I'm trying my darndest to do.
Yeah.
And I'm failing miserably. And I'm like, I can't comprehend why I'm failing.
Right.
Like, I don't even know
Right.
why I'm failing. I'm like, damn, I did exactly what the fuck. And that type of shit sometimes, it didn't matter the circumstance. It didn't really matter the domain in which it was. It was just a matter of the fact that it was something that I encountered that at the time I couldn't figure out.
Right.
Like, I couldn't figure out. And so when that happens, maybe that hits my self-confidence. But like, you talk about attractiveness, to me, all of that shit comes in together. Like, how you feel about yourself in every aspect. So like, my internal understanding that I can do whatever I want to do, like, I don't care what it is, I feel like I can do it. I think that in turn, to me, kind of translates to a certain level of attractionness or attractiveness.
Okay, so that's how men find their
I don't think
attractiveness.
Listen, I'm an outsider. I don't think that anybody can make a conclusion on all men based on me, because I rarely like will relate to like 100% to my peers. Like,
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing. Like, I learn from their perspective.
Yeah.
But sometimes the way I think about shit, the shit that doesn't bother me, that bothers people, it comes natural to me, and then to them it's like anomalous.
Yeah.
So, I don't
You
know.
said anomalous?
Anomalous, yeah.
Spell that.
Why you want to do?
Because I don't know what anomalous is. I need to Google that shit.
Like anomaly, so it means.
Okay. A multiple anomalies. Okay. I know what anomaly
or being
is.
the act of being an anomaly.
Yeah. I'll be on the norm. Okay,
Yeah.
copy that.
You did
All right.
exactly what O did earlier. And you
No, I did not.
Yes,
Because I knew she knew what anomaly was. And
What I did?
I was speaking in English.
was
She talking about when you said
criticizing you
amor.
earlier.
When you said amor.
Oh.
Amor, nigga.
But it's different because it's a different language. I feel that. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in for Cooking for the Culture. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you check out Cooking for the Culture on Instagram and Dungeon Forward on that Instagram. You heard? Get your crown right. You heard? Thank y'all so much. Appreciate you. We at the barbecue, but we out.
Look at that.
Something about you, my girl, it turns me on. Think I do this shit on purpose, 'cause I want you more. But don't worry, I'm yours, forever yours. If you tell me that you're leaving, I'ma hurt for sure. Oh, nobody ever told me that falling in love would be easy. And the fact that you get mad shows me that you care.